The object of Taxi Chronicles is to allow real riders with real stories, share their experience and enhance your life. So sit back and enjoy the journey. Morning. Yes, we're back with another episode, another rider. Today we have an interesting guy all the way from Ireland, and he's a marathon runner. He's just run a marathon
in Connemara.
In Connemara, thank you. And it was, you know what, I'll let you tell. What was a marathon like?
What's a marathon like? A marathon is an endurance test. That's what a marathon is. It's 42k of head-wrecking, plodding over between 4 and 5 hours in my case, depending on the injuries and the day that's in it and the marathon course that you're running. Mm-hmm. So this year I have just completed Connemara. I will be doing one in Waterford, which is in Southern Ireland, in June. And then I'm doing the London Marathon on the 2nd of October.
Okay.
Believe it or not. It used to be April. Followed by Dublin on the 28th of October. So yeah, to keep me out of the pub, keep me sane, keep me mentally balanced. I'm a guy that puts on runners and gets out there and plods out the kilometres, or miles as they say in the UK.
So you've done 27 marathons.
I have.
That's a lot.
Indeed.
I take my hat off to you.
Thank you.
What's
you don't have a hat.
I don't even have any hair.
Okay, all right.
Well, what's been the most emotional marathon you've ever done?
I think the first one was always your most emotional marathon, because it's the first time you've ever, there's a stigma to it. So I think when you do the first one, there's always that kind of sense of fear. When you're 27 marathons down the road, a lot of the stigma attached to marathons goes away pretty quickly. So it becomes more routine. You know what's ahead of you. So yeah, the first one was in Dublin in 2006. But I've done London twice. It's a pretty special marathon. It has the best support in the world. So I've done quite a few around Europe, and London tops it when it comes to support.
Oh, so, people cheering you on.
Yeah, pretty special, yeah. So looking forward to the one now on the 2nd of October. Big time.
What's the fastest time you've run a marathon?
3:38, and last weekend, unfortunately, it was 5 hours and 12 minutes and 10 seconds.
Okay.
And the reason is I got injured 2 weeks ago. So I had to walk it, limp it, run it, but I got across the line, and more importantly, I got into the pub for a few pints of Guinness to rehydrate.
Now, before we go into after effects after the marathon, what's your training regime before a marathon? You know, marathons come out. Are you like a boxer where you take 3 months to train, or you just
we train all year. So I train every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Saturday. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, minimum 3 days a week, average about 70 kilometres a week. And if it's coming up to the long runs, you could be doing about 100 kilometres a week as you're just about to approach a marathon. So when you come to marathon training, roughly 2 to 3 weeks before, you have to put in a couple of 33k runs just to keep the stamina levels high. So they're the toughest training sessions because they're the longest training sessions, and they're the ones that you're likely to get injured on. And then you carb up, which means eat all around you. Pasta, potatoes, cakes, whatever. Just on the run up to the week before the marathon. A lot of it's about mental strength too. It's not all about physical strength, but mental strength too. But you look at a marathon, you never enter a marathon without proper training and without proper planning. You never take it for granted, ever.
I heard that you rest the week before you run the marathon.
You do.
You don't do anything.
They call it tapering, yeah. So essentially you do very little. I'm good at that, by the way. So you do very little. That part of the plan I actually apply quite well. So I'm very good at resting. And I'm good at resting after it too.
I know you didn't stretch after the marathon.
Yeah, I didn't.
You didn't get a massage.
No.
But do you stretch before the marathon?
No. Yeah, okay, I'm breaking all the stretching rules. I didn't get to that chapter in marathon training yet. So I'm not good on stretching. I'm not good on foam rolling. So don't buy my book if I ever get one out there in terms of stretching.
But mind you,
it won't be good for your health.
No, your book will be something special, because at the end of the day, you're doing these marathons and you're still managing to do it your way.
Yeah, it's funny. For me, it's a way of life. It's not a project. It's not just a one-off event. It's a way of life. The people that you hang out with, the people you socialise with, the people you train with, all become part of the community of what you do, your community. So it's my best friends are runners. What I do is my calendar, my diary is very much about work, and it's about music, and it's about running. So those three things. And family. God, I better not forget about the kids, the wife, and the dog. My God, if this ever goes viral, I better make sure I mention the family, or my current key won't work on the front door. So, love you, Martina, Jack and Anna, and Mogi.
Okay,
Yeah.
shout outs. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
What kind of terrain do you prefer? Do you cross country, hilly, flat, road?
I prefer downhill.
Downhill.
Yeah.
But downhill.
Never complain about downhill. That's the best terrain in the world. If there was only a downhill marathon, that'd be great.
And just talking some of the equipment, you got, when I say equipment, like trainer-wise, you've got Adidas, you've got New Balance, you've got Nike.
I'm an Asics man. So I come to London every fourth week to work. I throw in my bag, my Asics runners, my shorts, my running top, and away I go. And I could run around Hyde Park, Green Park. Richmond is a favourite of mine. Along the River Thames, love it to bits. So plenty of places to run in London. And the great thing about running as a sport, obviously, it's one of those sports that you don't need an awful lot of gear, and it doesn't cost any money either.
Do you run with Camel Pack?
What's a Camel Pack?
The hydration pack?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, sorry. The rucksack with water, and that's what it's called, a Camel Pack. There you go.
It's
There's
military.
something new for me.
It's military.
I can understand why it's called a Camel Pack, yeah. There you go. Take that one with me. That's a take home, okay?
I hear you.
You didn't ask me about my musical career.
Thank you. What's going on about
That's
your
more
music?
important.
Are you a musician?
So, absolutely, yeah. Love music, love playing the guitar, love all sorts of music. Music is, so when I retire at the age of 60, I'm going to become a rock star. So watch out, Ed Sheeran. Okay? Watch out, Bono. I'm coming for you. Axel Foley, you're in trouble. I'll be there. Okay.
Okay then.
So at 60.
You're very interested in music, guy. It's a great interview. My last question to you would be...
At no cost to Uber, by the way. Okay.
What would be your advice to somebody who wants to get into running?
Small steps. Don't push it too hard too quickly. When I first started, I could barely walk 1 kilometre to my run 1 kilometre. So take it gradually. Increase your mileage or kilometres at 10% a week, but just be patient with it, and like anything in life, it's about persistence, right? About discipline and persistence. But also sign up to a running club, because if you're doing it with other people, it makes it so much more enjoyable, and make it a way of life, and not just, it's a bit like the diets that we all go on. So we all go on these diets in January, and then by February we're back into our normal way of life. I just think you need to be setting out a certain amount of time every week and just say, I'm doing this every Tuesday or every Wednesday. I'm doing it at this time. I'm meeting up with a group. And there's loads of running clubs. I mean, running clubs are so popular now. The park runs like a massive success around the world now. And they rock up in Ireland at 9:30 every Saturday. It's been a huge success in getting people from the couch to putting on runners and getting out there and doing a 5K. So I would say to people, get involved in park runs, get involved in a running club. But at the end of the day, you can bring somebody to the water, bring somebody to the well, but they got to drink it, okay? So it's a bit like getting to the gym, you got to lift your own weights.
Very true, very true.
There's only so much advice you can be given, but you got to cross that line. You got to do what's got to be done. But there's a lot of support out there, but it's really up to yourself to avail of the support.
Well, thanks for that.
Yeah, sorry for being so quiet.
We wish
Struggling
you
to
well.
put together a few sentences there. Okay, and what's your name?
Simon.
Can I just say, Simon, you're awesome.
Okay.
Well done to you. You're refreshing. Nice to get a driver who's smiley, chatty, creative, innovative. I would say to Uber, not paid enough. Okay. All right. Needs to be given an extra bonus here because he's flying the Uber flag. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. And to the listeners out there, I hope you learned something today. He's a very amusing, interesting man. Don't forget to buy his album when he's 60. Or guitar tunes. And also don't forget to listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories, where we interview people who invested in Africa from around the world. We hope that episode enhanced your life. We post an interview every day as well as vlogging on our social media channels. Don't forget to subscribe to get our latest episode.